Hello, everybody, and welcome to Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, here on the Sega Sports Network. Wow, we're a quarter of the way through the 2001 season, week number 4 in the NFL. And I'm Dan Stevens alongside Peter O'Keefe. Well, Peter, who should we be watching?
Don't overlook Hugh Douglas. This former NFL Rookie of the Year has secured himself as one of the league's most dangerous pass rushers. He's going to be putting the hurt on today.
All right, and how do you think his team stacks up?
Well, for these guys, shutting down the run will go a long way towards furthering their cause. They've got a shot at it, but need to avoid any big mistakes.
The visiting team is coming to face them. Who do we watch on their team?
Pay close attention to Isaac Bruce. What a gifted athlete. One of the best route runners in the league. The way he runs his routes, it's like he's got a telepathic link with the quarterback. A playmaker if there ever was one.
He might be the guy to watch, but what about his team?
Well, if these guys want to claw their way to victory, Dan, they're going to have to put a stop to the pass. Plain and simple.
Thanks for the lowdown, Peter. Now let's go to the coin toss.
Heads. Heads is called. It is tails.
The Eagles elect to receive, and we're ready to start the game. Lindell signals and will kick off to begin the half. Good kick here. Crash fields it deep. The 25. Left comes in and makes the tackle on the return.
First down, Eagles.
They got the ball. Let's see if they can take care of business.
Ball at the 29-yard line. Penetration and makes a nice tackle in the backfield.
Boy, the D sent that one back to the drawing board as they just creamed the runner in the backfield. Big stop on first down.
It's second and about 13. McNabb drops back. Throws. Intercepted. The 25. The 10. We have a flag on the plate. Let's listen to the call.
Personal foul, clipping. Number 21. Defense. Come on, defense, no penalties.
The visiting team.
Defense were airtight there, but one silly little mistake will wipe out all that hard work. You know, Dan, the offense has to make that interception count. Let's see if they can punch this one into the end zone.
Ball on the 41. Gets a block. Holmes with the carry. Bounces it out right. Electrifying run to the outside. First down.
First down.
Priest Holmes made a tremendous run.
Ball at the 26-yard line. Stops him right at the line.
That was designed to go way out of the 6 gap, but he took it way left of that. You're not going to pick up many yards when you're not following the blocking.
Second and 10. The visiting team have their tight end left, and will bring up third and long.
Only yielded a couple on that play, and they'll have a ways to go to move the chains.
It's third and about 7. The visiting team still keep it on the ground. Open field wide right. That was a thing of beauty. He easily slices through the defense. First down.
Priest Holmes executes a major run. He puts the pedal to the metal from the word go and doesn't let up. So they finally snag him, but It sure took him a while.
He's the man of the hour in my book, Peter. Let's see if they can put it in. First and goal. The visiting team have their tight end right. Holmes with the ball. And touchdown!
Priest Holmes makes a real nifty run for the score. Watch him eat up the yards and then touchdown. Celebration time, baby.
Oh, yeah, he deserves that celebration, Peter. Fantastic job of accelerating to the end zone. Lindell will line up for the point after. It's up. Adds the extra point. The visiting team put the first points of the game on the board. 7-0. Lindell is back to kick it away. It's away. Mitchell catches it. The 25. Makes the tackle on the return.
First down, Eagles.
Well, last time they had it, they turned it over on the interception. Let's see if they worked out the kinks here.
Ball on the 33. A loss of 3.
Wow, the D displayed some great speed on that first down. They left absolutely nowhere to run on the outside.
13 yards.
Ball at the 31-yard line. Now, fades back, throws. The pass is incomplete.
Nah, Brown can't make the catch across the middle.
It's third and about 13. McNabb back to pass again. Throws. It's caught over the middle. To bring up fourth down.
Well, the D let him get away with some big yards, but the thing is, Dan, they could give up those yards. They had quite a cushion to work with. Fourth down coming up.
Landetta comes in to punt after a 3-and-out. It's away. Thomas has it. Makes the stop on the return.
They came out and ran the field the first time out. It'd be great if they did it again this drive, huh?
Ball on the 37. Nice block. Holmes will run it. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, 5, and he scores!
Check this out, Dan.
Lindell lines up for the point after. It's away. Tacks on the extra point.
I love this game, baby. I love it.
The visiting team making a 2-score game. They are now up 14-0. Lindell sets up and will kick it away. The kick is up. Mitchell gets it deep. 40, 85 will make the tackle on the return.
First down, Eagles.
Well, believe it or not, these guys have yet to see a first down today. Forget worrying about a score this drive. Just try and move the ball downfield.
Ball at the 33-yard line. No gain on the play.
Second down. 10 yards to go.
Second and 10.
Nothing, baby. Down. Hey, square. Go. 22.
Tackles him on the line of scrimmage.
Nice job on that second down play, plugging up the middle. Lost yardage on that one.
Third and 10.
Watch the pass. Down. Watch wide right. Wide right. Down. Go. 31.
Now, drops back, throws, intercepted. Williams is down after making a great play. Great interception.
Dan, last time out, these guys went straight down the field for a touchdown. Let's see if they can repeat that performance.
All on the 38. The visiting team have two wideouts. Holmes with the carry. The 25 gets a block. The 5 down. Third time's the charm as he takes it in for yet another score.
Okay, right here is the end zone. The ball just needs to touch this plane to get in. Let's see if we can get a good look from this angle.
You're right. That was very close, but you can really see it from this view. Peter, we're getting some great replays thanks to our camera crew down there. Thank you, guys. Great job. Lindell will line up for the point after. There's the kick. Adds the extra point. The visiting team, after that score, have a comfortable lead, 21-0. Lindell lines up for the kickoff. What a kick. Mitchell catches it in the end zone. Mitchell downs it in the end zone.
Well, they got the ball, but they're really in a hole early in this game. They just can't let this one get away from them.
Ball at the 20-yard line. The Eagles are in the eye. Staley with the ball. A gain of 2.
Picks up a few there. It may not look like much, Dan, but getting those early yards makes second and third downs immensely easier.
Second and 8. McNabb fades back. Throws. Rash was the intended receiver, incomplete. Third and 8.
3 more quarters of us in your face. Doesn't look good, does it? Down. Bro, take left.
McNabb will throw again. Throws. That will bring up 4th and short.
Well, the D gave up a handful there, but it doesn't matter at all. They still forced a 4th down.
2 yards to go. The ball's going down.
Landetta will punt it away after a 3 and out. Good punt here. Thomas reels in the fair catch.
Well, the defense did their job and forced a 3 and out. Now it's the offense's turn.
Ball on the 31. Holmes will run it. There's space wide right. The 45. Ball at the 45-yard line. Douglas doesn't let him get far and makes the tackle.
That play was drawn up to go off right tackle, but he took it a mile to the right of that, Dan. If you're not going where your blockers are leading you, you're not going anywhere.
2nd and 8. Room on the right side. 30. Gain of 16. Ball on the 27.
First down. 10 yards to go.
Gets a block. Holmes gets it again.
You can see that it's going to take more than just arm tackles to bring him down. He's an absolute load.
Holmes lines up right. Holmes will get the ball again. 2nd and goal. Holmes sets up to the right. Holmes again gets it. Samuels is really shaken up on that play. We'll get a full report as soon as possible. Lindell lines up for the point after. It's up. Tacks on the extra point. The visiting team continue to build an even bigger lead. They're winning 28-0. Lindell is back to kick it away. Nice kickoff. He boots it out of the end zone. Great kickoff, and we'll start up at the 20. Ball at the 20-yard line.
Down.
The Eagles have 3 wide receivers.
33.
McNabb drops back. Throws. Incomplete pass.
Todd Pinkston got to the outside, but couldn't come home with the completion.
2nd and 10.
What's the 3rd and long? Force it. Down. Hey, stand right. Go.
McNabb backs pass again. Throws. 2 incompletes in a row, and the last 2 plays have looked a little ragged.
Anthony Simmons got his body in the way of that one, Dan. It's all about clogging up the passing lanes. You can't coach that.
3rd and 10.
Down. One left.
McNabb fades back. Throws. Tipped. And it will be 4th and long. Samuels had to leave the field earlier in the game, but I'm told we will have a full report right now, as a matter of fact. Let's go to Michelle Westfall on the sidelines. Michelle?
It's just a twisted knee, Dan. They're taping it up and hoping he should be able to return to the game.
Thanks, Michelle. It's off. Thomas catches it. Comes in and makes the tackle on the return.
First down.
Ball on the 48.
We'll bring it right down.
The visiting team have their tight end right. Holmes with the carry. Breaks loose. 35, the 25, the 15, 5, and touchdown! Fantastic. He keeps on marching into the end zone.
Check this out. Total dominance.
Lindell will line up for the point after. It's away. Has the extra point. The visiting team with that score are now simply blowing out their opponent 35-0. Lindell sets up and will kick it away. It's away. Mitchell fields it in the end zone. The 20. Bolts makes the tackle on the return.
First down, Eagles.
Ball at the 28-yard line.
Something to cheer for. Right.
Staley gets the ball. Simmons makes the tackle. That's number 2 on the day.
Took this one off his right guard, but he's barely past the line of scrimmage before he stopped.
2nd and 8.
Down. Wide out right. Green.
We've reached the 2-minute warning. Ball on the 29.
Force them low. Down. Wide right. 34.
McNabb drops back. Throws. Incomplete.
Donovan McNabb overthrew his man there by a good couple of paces. He couldn't have caught that pass with a good pair of rocket-powered roller skates.
Oh, boy. Ever since Peter saw that Roadrunner cartoon, he's still dreaming about rocket-powered skates.
Oh, tell me that wouldn't be sweet.
The Eagles have 4 wideouts.
Green.
McNabb will throw again. Sits in the pocket. Throws. He's well past the first down marker. Great play on 3rd and long. Ball at the 42-yard line. McNabb fades back. Throws. Blackman comes up with the stop. His 3rd this afternoon. It's 2nd and 5. McNabb back to pass again. Throws. That will bring up 3rd down.
Donovan McNabb threw into double coverage on that play. Not a smart move.
Nope, he's really fortunate that they didn't pick him off, Peter.
He's fortunate his coach doesn't have him doing push-ups on the sideline.
It's 3rd and 5. The Eagles have 1 man back.
Green. 27.
McNabb drops back. Throws. The pass is incomplete.
Donovan McNabb led his man by a country mile on that one, Dan. There's no way he could have closed the gap that quickly.
It looks like they're going for it on 4th and 5.
Down.
The Eagles have an empty backfield. McNabb will throw again. Throws. The pass is incomplete. No good, and they'll have to give the ball over on downs. 1:30 on the game clock. Holmes will run it. Caldwell makes the hit.
Nice job to take this one to the outside. You know, they've been hammering it up the middle this drive, and the D didn't see this one coming.
Ball on the 39. Holmes lines up right. Breaks loose. He'll pick up 3 to the outside and gets the 1st down.
Carried this one off his left guard and picked up a handful to move the markers. Nice job.
Ball at the 36-yard line. The visiting team have 2 wideouts. Hamrick will get the ball again. Nails him after a couple of yards.
Carried this one just left of center and picked up a handful.
It's 2nd and about 7 yards. The visiting team are in the eye. The visiting team will go with the run yet again. It will be 3rd down.
Not a lot there, maybe 3 yards. Let's see what they do coming up.
It's 3rd and about 3. The visiting team are in the eye. Open field wide right. The 15. Lindell lines up for the point after. There's the kick. He missed it. Wide right.
Ryan Lindell whiffed the point after. That should have been a gimme, Dan.
Yeah, you don't see too many of those missed outside of your kids' peewee football games, maybe.
And then at least the kicker's shoe usually goes through the uprights.
The visiting team continue to build an even bigger lead. They're winning 41-0. Lindell lines up, signals, and we're ready for the kickoff. Good job on the kick. Crash fields it deep. The 25. 85 makes the stop on the return.
First down, Eagles.
The Eagles backed up their fourth first down on this drive. They're moving the ball very well.
Ace, right.
McNabb fades back. Throws. Caught in the backfield. Williams nails him in the backfield and makes a great tackle to push them back. Ball on the 28. The Eagles have their tight end left. Throws. That will bring up third and long.
Chad Lewis had it dead to rights, but couldn't make that catch.
He was in good position in the middle there, but as you say, he just couldn't maintain ball control.
You can't not make those catches.
It's now third and 12.
Down. Trips into his left. Set. Red.
Now drops back. Throws. It's tipped. Intercepted. The 25. The 15, the 5, penalty marker down on the play. Let's listen to the call.
Holding. Number 69. Offense. The penalty is declined. The score is good. What are you doing?
Lindell will line up for the point after. It's up. Tacks on the extra point. The visiting team with that score are now simply blowing out their opponent 48-0. Akers sets up and will kick it away to start the third quarter. It's off. Wiley has it. Wiley downs it in the end zone. Ball at the 20-yard line. Holmes with the carry. There's space wide right. 30, 40, the 40, the 30, the 20, 10, and he scores! Fantastic! He keeps on marching into the end zone.
Priest Holmes saw his moment and took it. Watch here how he motors his way forward, gets yard after yard after yard, and in for the touchdown. Great play.
Fantastic run, Peter. That has to be incredibly satisfying to pull a run off like that. Not just for the runner, but for the entire team.
Yeah, especially the O-line. Those guys love to see a big run like that.
Lindell lines up for the point after. It's away as the extra point. The visiting team continue to build an even bigger lead. They're winning 55-0. Lindell will kick this one away. Got his leg behind this one. Crash catches it in the end zone. The 20. 30. Will make the tackle on the return.
First down, Eagles.
All on the
I like being
33.
on this side of the 50.
The Eagles have a split backfield. David with the ball. A gain of 2. Second and 8.
Nothing, baby. Down. Right side left. Red. 46.
McNabb fades back. Throws. Tipped. Brown was the intended receiver. Incomplete pass.
Willie Williams got his body in the way of that one, Dan. It's all about clogging up the passing lanes. You can't coach that.
3rd and 8.
Down. Trips and twins right.
McNabb will throw again. Throws. The pass is incomplete.
Nice job by the D to not let him get far and force a 4th down. Great execution.
I don't think so, baby. You ain't getting that punt off.
Landetta is ready for his 4th punt of the game. Nice punt. Thomas catches it. Stops the return man in his tracks and makes the tackle.
First down.
Ball at the 39-yard line.
Execute. All right, tight left.
Holmes will run it. The 40. That was a thing of beauty. He easily slices through the defense. First down. The visiting team with a nice run on the last play will have another first down. Holmes again gets it. The 25. Beautiful run around the outside. First down. Ball on the 24.
First down.
Holmes sets up to the right. The 10. A gain of 15. First and goal. Holmes lines up right. Gets a block. Room on the right side. And he's in for the score. Fantastic. He keeps on marching into the end zone.
Priest Holmes makes a fantastic run there for the touchdown. Watch here as he sprints ahead and into the end zone. Now that's what I'm talking about.
He was not going to be denied, Peter. He was gunning for that end zone all the way.
Yeah, and that's the type of desire you need to see in the NFL. You can't coach that.
Lindell will line up for the point after. There's the kick. Tacks on the extra point. The visiting team with that score are now simply blowing out their opponent 62-0. Lindell lines up for the kickoff. There's the kick. He boots it out of the end zone. Great kickoff, and we'll start up at the 20. Ball at the 20-yard line.
Down. Right side right. Red.
Makes the tackle just past the line of scrimmage. Nice play.
Took the pitch way out left past the tackle, but there wasn't much room past the line of scrimmage on that one.
2nd and 8. The Eagles have 3 wide receivers.
69.
McNabb drops back, throws. The pass is no good, incomplete.
Ken Lucas managed to make sure that he was positioned between the QB and the receiver on that baby. There was no way that was going to be a completion.
3rd and 8.
Right out left. Set. Red.
McNabb back to pass again. Throws. Incomplete, and that's the 2nd incompletion in a row.
Don't worry, D. This guy ain't got no leg.
Landetta will punt for the 5th time. There's the punt. Thomas has it. Beaver comes in and makes the tackle on the return.
First down.
Ball on the 46.
Let's show what we got.
Has a seam. He's down, but it looks like they will just squeak it by the marker. 1st down. Ball at the 44-yard line. Holmes gets it again. Moves wide right. Electrifying run to the outside. 1st down.
First down.
Ball on the 30.
10 yards to go.
Strong eye, left.
Fumble. Space wide right. Vincent is tackled, but I'll tell you, that was some quick reaction to get control of the football.
And let's check out the replay here and see if we can narrow down what caused the fumble. Oh, there's the contact.
Peter, it looks like that hit was just enough to make that ball squirt. Ball at the 33-yard line. The Eagles have their tight end right. Staley with the carry. A gain of 2.
That play was supposed to go through the 3 gap, but he was just a little too far to the right. Those blockers are there for a reason, so you better use them.
2nd and 8.
Nowhere, baby. Yeah. Hey, stand left. Yellow. 17. Yellow.
Staley will get the ball again. The Eagles have it. Thomas is brought down after a heads-up play to get the loose ball under control. It's 3rd and about 7. The Eagles have an empty backfield. McNabb fades back, throws, makes the tackle after several yards on the play. Landetta lines up, and this will be his 6th punt of the game. Good punt here. Thomas reels in the fair catch. Ball on the 10. Holmes with the ball. Dawkins gets in after a couple of yards and makes a nice tackle.
Got a few yards there off the 1st down carry. You can't underestimate the value of getting positive yardage on 1st down.
The visiting team take their first time out. It's 2nd and about 7 yards. The 25. Oh my, that was a gorgeous run. Give him the 1st down.
They're showing their big play ability once again and getting excellent production out of the backfield.
Holmes again gets it. The 40. A gain of 26.
Priest Holmes made a tremendous run here. Just look at all the yards he's picking up. No one's stopping him. Finally, they bring him down.
Fantastic effort, Peter. visiting team have a first after the big run on that last play. Holmes lines up right. The 20. The visiting team with a nice run on the last play will have another first down. Holmes sets up to the right. A loss of 4.
Boy, nowhere to run, baby. That's a great pursuit to get out that far that quickly. Real talent there.
Second and goal. Holmes will run it. And he's in for the touchdown. Fantastic. He keeps on marching into the end zone.
Priest Holmes gets the touchdown. Nothing fancy. He just powers his way in for the point.
Just because he didn't have too far to go doesn't mean he didn't work for that.
Nope. Credit this entire offense for making that play happen.
Lindell lines up for the point after. It's up as the extra point. The visiting team continue to build an even bigger lead. They're winning 69-0. Lindell is back to kick it away. Good kick here. Mitchell fields it in the end zone. The 20, the 25, 85. Makes the tackle on the return.
First down, Eagles.
Ball on the 28.
Come on, O. Let's go. Let's move it. Go, baby. Go. Bro, take left.
McNabb drops back. Throws. It's loose. The visiting team has it.
First down.
Ball at the 27-yard line. The visiting team have 2 wideouts. The 15. It's first and goal. The visiting team are in the eye. Gain of 3.
Carried this one off his left guard and gets a few. Well, they're sticking to their game plan by controlling the game with their ground attack.
The visiting team have a split backfield. Touchdown! Fantastic! He keeps on marching into the end zone.
Priest Holmes cruises in for the TD. Really just a few strides, and he's in pay dirt.
Good call in close to the end zone. Often those look very easy, but they... Lindell will line up for the point after. It's away. Tacks on the extra point. The visiting team with that score are now simply blowing out their opponent 76-0. Lindell sets up and will kick it away. The kick is up. Mitchell gets it deep. The 25. 85 makes the stop on the return.
First down, Eagles.
Ball on the 33.
March it in.
McNabb fades back, throws. The pass falls incomplete.
Chad Lewis is frustrated that he didn't make that catch.
Well, I think the blame can be laid on his doorstep, Dan. I think the throw was off.
Or he could have blown his assignment, Dan. Boy, a passing game depends on both players being of one mind.
2nd and 10. McNabb will throw again. Throws. It will be 3rd and long.
Dan, I say get rid of that play for the time being. Twice they've run it in a row, and twice they've resulted in an incompletion.
3rd and 10.
Like a rusty doorknob. Down. Trips left. Doubles right. Set.
McNabb drops back. Throws. And again it falls incomplete. That's 3 in a row. And it's going to be 4th down.
I think the receiver made a big mistake running that short route, Dan. He needed to be out past the marker on that one.
Well, at this point doesn't make much of a difference since it was an incompletion.
True, but they've got to watch that. It's all about knowing where you are on the field and where you need to be.
McNabb back to pass again. It's incomplete, and they don't convert on 4th. They will forfeit the ball on downs. All right, tell the truth now, partner. Would you have made that call?
In a word, nope. Way too close. Too close to their own end zone for my team. Now they're going to pay for it big time.
Trotter with yet another stop, his 5th today.
Dan, that was a perfect example of how to dismantle a run to the outside. Perfect execution by the D.
The visiting team are in the eye. Douglas makes the tackle. That's number 4. 3rd and 14. Holmes to get the ball again. Down coming up.
Well, you can tell the O wanted to break that one open, but it was shut down at the very last second. The defense did their job, forces a 4th down.
Holmes lines up right. The visiting team go with the run yet again. Lindell lines up for the point after. There's the kick. Adds the extra point. The visiting team continue to build an even bigger lead. They're winning 83-0. Lindell lines up, signals, and we're ready for the kickoff. Wow, nice kick. Mitchell catches it. Mitchell downs it in the end zone. Ball at the 20-yard line.
Down. Ace, double tight. 81.
McNabb fades back, throws. Crash was the intended receiver, incomplete.
Willie Williams really shut down the passing game on that play, and all by his lonesome. You can't coach that.
I'll tell you, when a player can so thoroughly dominate a one-on-one situation like that, it really frees up the rest of the D elsewhere. The Eagles have 2 tight ends. Throws. Sinclair tackles him a couple of yards back. Oh, nice tackle. It's now 3rd and 12.
Ace, double tight.
McNabb drops back, throws. He's tackled, and that's his 2nd catch of the afternoon. It's 4th and 6, and they're going to go for it.
Down. 6 yards to go.
The Eagles have an empty backfield. McNabb back to pass again. Throws. It's intercepted. It's a block. 5. There's a penalty marker on the play. Let's listen into the call.
Personal foul. Flipping. Number 28. Defense.
The visiting team defense did a great job shutting down this offense. It's too bad the penalty had to take it all back.
Ball on the 39.
Play smart. Down. Left.
Holmes with the ball. Makes the stop. We've reached the 2-minute warning.
Just when you think he's done for the day, he busts another one over the goal line.
Holmes sets up to the right. Holmes again gets it. It will be 3rd and short. The Eagles take their first time out. 3rd and 1. Gets a block. Holmes gets it again. He's hit, but manages to just convert the 3rd and short. Nice play for the first down. The Eagles will take a timeout. That's their second.
Wow, what else can you say? Fantasy stud supreme.
Holmes lines up right. Ball at the 25-yard line. Holmes sets up to the right. Nice block.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone. When in doubt, just give him the ball.
Holmes lines up right. The visiting team still keep it on the ground. Open field wide right. They're going for it on 4th and 1. Holmes sets up to the right. Made a drive stopping tackle there, forcing the turnover on downs. Nice job, defense. Bring on the offense. 1:03 left. Throws. He's taken down, and that's his 3rd reception of the day. 2nd and less than a yard. Lewis sets up off the left tackle. McNabb fades back. Out at the 23. Finds a little seam and tacks on a handful after the catch. Slick move for the first down. The Eagles have their tight end left. Throws. Intercepted. Simmons is down after making a great play. Great interception. The clock reads 36. Nice block. Holmes will run it. There's space wide right. Caldwell comes in and makes the tackle.
Carried this one off his left guard and gets some decent yards on that first down play. 2nd and 4.
Holmes lines up right. Holmes will get the ball again. The 5. And touchdown! Fantastic. He keeps on marching into the end zone.
Check this out, man.
Lindell will line up for the point after. It's up. It's no good. Off to the right. The visiting team will be heading to victory. They're up 89-0. Lindell will kick this one away. Nice kickoff. Crash catches it in the end zone. The 20 will make the tackle on the return. 12 seconds on the game clock. McNabb drops back. Nice block. Throws. Incomplete.
LaVon Kirkland is a one-man wrecking crew out there. Man, he's fun to watch.
He had that zone all to himself, and I think that's how he likes it.
And he certainly didn't need any help out there.
The clock shows 9 seconds left. McNabb, back pass again. Throws. Incomplete pass.
Curtis Fuller put his body directly in the path of the ball and forced the incompletion. And let me tell you something, Dan, that is tough to do. It's hard to read a play and react quickly enough to get into position like that.
3rd and 10. The Eagles are in the eye. McNabb fades back, throws, and it will be 4th and long. It looks like they're going for it on 4th and 11.
11 yards to go.
They'll turn the ball over on downs.
Ike Charlton puts this drive out of business.